Hello viewers, welcome to my channel GIS Knowledge Lab. Today I am going to show how to create a study area map in ArcGIS. So at first I open Arcmap, then create a country boundary shapefile, and I also create my study area. In table of contents I add three shapefile. First one is country boundary, this one, and second one is my study area, and another one is the satellite image. So I try to create a study area map in this interface. Now we need to modify this image before creating the study area. So I can change the color of my study area and the country boundary shapefile also. I go to the properties, then I click symbology and I click symbol in fill color. If I click here, there are a lot of color in here. So I select any one. I select this one, big sky blue. Now I must select the outline white also and outline color also. It is very important for us. So I select outline color. I select the color is black and I go to select outline white. So I select here one and click OK and apply OK. Now you saw this boundary country shapefile look like this. Then I click OK, and in my study area I go to the table of contents and go to the study area properties. Then again I select the color of my study area and I select the color is green. Outline color also I select and click OK and click apply also. So you saw in here my study area is not shown in this map. That's why I go to the table of contents and I select my study area and drag in the upper part. Then it will become in layer view. You saw this is my study area. If you choose any color, so you click here and you change this color also. I think this is better color. This is my study area. Now I am going to create my study area and country boundary in one frame in Arcmap. So we open layer view option. In bottom there are two options. One is data view and another is layer view. So I click layer view. I can change my page layout. So I click right button in this page, then go to page and print setup. I select the paper size is A4. It's okay. After that I can select my orientation. This page is landscape. Then click OK and I resize my layer and I click right button and click full extent. So my country boundary is fit in this layer. Now I must select the grid in this frame. Actually I briefly discuss in my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel, how to create a grid in a map in ArcGIS. This video you will show my video, then it will be clear to create any grid in maps. For creating a grid I go to properties, then one dialog box is coming. So I click the grid tab. This is the grid tab. So I click the grid tabs, then I click new grids, then I click next and I select appearance only label and I select the x-axis and y-axis. That means I select here 5 and y-axis I select 5. Then click next, then again click next and again click finish, then click apply. You saw grid is coming in this layer. Now I can modify this grid clicking properties. Then I go to label and change the font size and font style also. I select Times New Roman. I select the font size 16 and click bold, and I change the level orientation also. Then I click left and right, and I change the intervals. That means I select here in 5, so I select 2 degree and 2 degree. Then I select only degree decimal, then I click apply and OK, and I click apply also. Then you saw our labeling is look like very good. Then I click OK. Now I select the insert menu and I click the title. I give the map title, so I write here map of Bangladesh, and I click OK. Now I double click this, then I change the font size and font style also, and I click bold and I click OK and apply. Now you see it is coming, it is very good to show in here. And I also create a north arrow, so I click here and I click OK. In here north arrow also come, so I select and drag and put here. This is the north arrow. And I also create a scale bar, so I go to click the scale bar and select any one and click OK. And this is the scale bar also. So I modify the layer, look like this one. Now I create a new data frame for creating my study area. That's why I select the layer, this one, and I select the title and north arrow and scale bar also, and I copy all of this, then I paste here. You saw in table of contents the different layer is coming. Now I click left button and drag and place in here. Now I modify this image like this. So now I rename the layer names. So I click layer and I give the name study area. In my study area, I only show the district of Bogra. That's why I delete my boundary shapefile, and I also delete the satellite image. Now I click here and I click full extension. Then my study area is coming in this layer. Now I give the name of my study area. That's why I click insert menu and I click text. So in here one text box is coming, you saw. So I click here and I write here Bogra, and I select all the properties, then I click apply and OK. So this one, and I modify the legend also. This is my study area, and I also create a new grid in this layer. Now I also create another layer. That's why I select this one and I select north arrow and I select scale bar also. Then I copy this one and I paste this one. Now I select this one and drag and replace this layer in here. And I copy in this layer. In this layer I rename this one and I give this layer name is satellite data. And in layers here is the satellite data, so I copy this one and I paste this satellite. Now I click the study area, click here, I click hollow and I select the outline white and outline color also, then I click OK. Now you see this is the satellite image in this study area and this is the image of NDVI. So I give the NDVI color, then I go to the Bogura NDVI properties and I change the color ramp green to red and I click apply and OK. Now you saw this is the vegetation condition of Bogura district. My study area is almost complete. In this layer I give an extension, that's why I select this layer and I click right button and go to properties. In properties there are one tabs in extension indicators, so I click extension indicators. So in this extension indicator I select my study area, this one, and I click apply and OK. You saw now I create a line from drawing table, so I go to the rectangle and I click line. Now I create a line for clicking this one, so I double click here and I give the color of this line, like I give the color is green, then width I also select 2, then apply and OK. You saw this is the line. I select another line also, so I click line here and this one and I double click in this line and I change the width also and I green. Now I give the name of my study area, so I select the insert menu, then I create a text, this one, or I go to copy the text Bogura, so I select this one and I write here study area map, then apply and OK. If you increase this text, then you click here and select 26. You saw it is increasing. Now I give a border in my study area, that's why I select the rectangle and I create a border like this. Then I go to the fill color and I select no color. Again I go to the properties, I select the outline color is blue and I select the outline white also, then apply OK. Now my study area is completed. After finishing to create this study area map, I save this image. For this I go to file menu and I click export map, then I give the file name study area map and I click save, then it is automatically saved in my laptop. Then I go to my destination file and I open my study area map image, this one. You saw this is my study area map. Yeah, it's look like this one. This is the process how to create a study area map in ArcGIS. I hope you like my video. Then subscribe my video. Thank you for watching my video.